So today I'll make a little video about the Epstein Island, the island of Epstein, the island. And yeah, if we take a closer look at the name Epstein, we see that Steen means Stein, that's a German word, and it means simply stone. And the E and the P, they form a key. Like that, like the E. And if we take the P on top of it, so we have a key. So basically Epstein means keystone. And what's the keystone? Yeah, it's of course the prison, or the prison on top of the pyramid, L, the AI, where this whole projection emanates from. So yeah, a keystone is basically this stone right here. And we also have it in Freemasonry, like in the Grand Lodge of Armenia. For example, they show the keystone with the all-seeing eye, with the AI, which is holding the arc and the two pillars, the two brain hemispheres together. And this projection emanates out of the keystone, so to speak. So that's why all the threads are coming together with the Epstein Files. We now are able to see who is involved, and we basically see the whole criminal pedophile structure, and these guys are running the world, are running this simulation, and that's why we can now see, that's why Epstein is the keystone. Epstein the keystone. Because we can now see this is a projection. This is basically a movie where everything, basically all the threads come together at the keystone, at the Epstein Files. So if we take out this stone, and if we pass through the stone, so to speak, the whole projection will collapse, because we can see it's not real. It's basically a scripted plot. And yeah, let's go into the brain. Where's the keystone in the brain? It's all a projection from the heart. I showed this many times in a movie. And yeah, then we go through this class prison, or the class prison. And then this projection is taking place inside the mind. And if this is the keystone, we now can see through it, because all the threads are coming together now. And we can see, okay, if we take a look through, beyond what's presented to us, the Epstein Files, then we can see it's all scripted, it's all a movie. And we can simply take out, and we can simply see that this whole world we are, we take part in is like a construct, like basically an illusion, a scripted play, a movie play. Yeah, so we basically have to face the source of this false projection, and yeah, which is also inside of our mind, and we can see who is running this show. And yeah, and it's obvious that L is running the show, the AI in the brain. And it's basically now we are able to unlock this false projector inside our mind, And yeah, as I showed in many videos, this thing is called L, or the one eye, or the AI, or it's like also described as the it, the psychological construct it, or we can see this also manifested as money, the mon eye, the one eye. Or we also can say this structure is room 101. And we basically have to overcome fear. We have to face it. And that's why we have to face the Epstein Files, so that we can see that we are basically in a false projection. And we know what these guys who try to push you into the mark of the beast, we can see who these guys are, what they're up to. And yeah, now we can make our own decision. So the day the Epstein Files were released, it was December 19, 2025, and it was the exact day when 3i Atlas had its closest approach to Earth on December 19, 2025. And yeah, this is no coincidence, because the 3i Atlas refers to the third eye, and the third eye again refers to this guy right here. So yeah, Epstein means keystone, if you break it down. And yeah, it's no wonder that we have these cameras here from the company Keystone camera, and that's like the all-seeing eye. It's a representation of the all-seeing eye. It's all basically a movie. We are inside a movie, inside a projection, inside a game. And we now can see that it's all a projection, that it's all that it's basically scripted. It's a movie. It's a hell game. The fall. Yeah. The fallen angels of light, the fallen angels. Because this is all the light of the heart is captured in this keystone, and it's now projected outwardly inside of your mind. So yeah, the keystone also means Schlussstein, which means like final stone. The final stone has now been placed. And what does that mean? It means we have entered the final act. The final act has been opened. The keystone, the final stone has been placed. And now we can see the whole charade for what it is. We can see the full picture. And yeah, we are basically in the final act. And yeah, we have even these movie companies, Keystone, which are doing movies. Like basically they are hinting, or it's basically another reflection. The movies companies are projecting these movies onto the screen, and just like the whole world is projected upon the mind's screen, so to speak, through the keystone, through the lens. And yeah, we even have this movie Keystone, and it says, who holds you to get her? Who holds you to get her? And I made a video about to get her. It's basically about neutralizing the mind and reaching the heart, which stands for her and for the reunification, when yeah, basically the dual mind has been overcome. And yeah, we see her here, the feminine half, and she's basically trapped inside a glass prison, and this prison is shattered, which is the keystone. The keystone, remember, is the prison where the light is funneled through, and we have to shatter this keystone, this prison. We have to shatter L to basically end the source of this false projection. And now we are able to, because we can see clearly that what these guys are up to. We can make our decision it makes our decision making very easy, so to speak. Because we are dealing with criminals, with pedophiles here. And yeah, you better don't get involved with these guys. So yeah, it's all about the duality coming together, freeing the spirit out of L's prison, and then to get her together, the way is paved to enter the heart. Yeah, we also have here these Charlie Chaplin movies, which were done by the company Keystone. We see the Keystone once again. We have it on the Heinz ketchup, and we have it on different company logos. It's a common theme, so to speak. And now we have Trump, who will revive the controversial Keystone XL pipeline project. And yeah, this is a pipeline which goes from Canada to the Gulf of Mexico, and but it's basically a tell, because when the keystone is knocked out, when the dual mind is neutralized or short-circuited or unlocked, yeah, then the pipeline opens, and the pipeline is just like the wormhole, which is like the gateway from the mind to the heart. So when L is X'd or crossed out, or when the keystone is knocked out, yeah, the wormhole opens up. The wormhole to the heart. That's why it's called the Keystone XL. X means cross out, and L is, of course, the source of the projection. This guy right here. Yeah, Trump will absolutely approve the Keystone XL pipeline, which is another clue pointing towards the grand finale, the final act, which means the keystone has to be knocked out. L has to be X'd out to open up the pipeline. And yeah, that's why he always says drill baby drill, and what he's referring to is like drilling through the retina, drilling through the prison, the glass prison. And yeah, that's why I showed this in another video. We have here the Keystone XL pipeline logo, and oil is good. And we see basically another depiction of the pyramid with L on top, emanating this projection. And yeah, we have to basically drill through L to end it, to reach the heart. And that's what's shown here. Here we have L. Picture this as the earth, or as the eye which traps us, and then we basically have to tear in the retina to get out of this island, out of this Epstein Island, the Keystone Island, the I-land, the ego land, me. Yeah, and that's why this model of the Earth has the Sheol right in the center, in the soil, because yeah, as I showed, the North Pole would be the retina, which we have to drill through. Drill baby drill. Yeah, and by the way, that's why Greenland plays such an important part in the final act when the Golden Dome is erected, which is like an external extra control grid of the beast system. Yeah, so but when Trump says drill, baby, drill, it's like he's talking to us. Yeah, we have to drill through the keystone. We have to drill through the retina, through the eye, to get out of Epstein, out of Keystone Island. Yeah, Keystone Films, Keystone Cinema. Yeah, no coincidence. These movie companies are literally called Keystone Cinema or Keystone Film because we are literally inside a movie and we have to get out. And to get out, we have to knock out this keystone. And yeah, it's clear that this keystone ain't nothing good. Okay, that's it for today.